Lancia rally car.
So I'm going to be basing this build on this Hobeo Hyper GTS, which Hobeo claim is a 1/8 scale touring / rally car. It's also a rolling chassis, so what that means is that we're going to have to put in there our own electronics. So for the power system, I've had this one here laying around for quite a while. It comes out of a Traxxas Max. It's forest capable, insanely beefy and insanely powerful, and with some good gearing we should be good for about 50 or maybe even 60 miles an hour. For the servo, we've got nothing special, but I've got an e-tronics one here, 15 kilos of torque, waterproof, metal geared, and it's a very, very reasonable price. So I'll put a link to one of these in the description if you want to get one. And then finally, for the radio, I'm going to be going with the Dumbo RC one. And guys, this is such a good radio system for what you pay for. A 6-channel receiver with a built-in gyro, a 500-meter range. All of that wrapped up in the price of only about £25. So if you want to get one of these for yourself, then if you have a look in the description, there'll be a link to where you can get it from. So although the Hyper GTS does come with wheels, tyres and a body, I want my rally car to be one of the best looking out there. So I've got some armour to boot hoons here for wheels. They're super grippy and they look awesome. And then for the body shell, I've gone ahead and bought myself a Lancia Delta Integrale body shell from Delta Plastics, which was actually a very, very successful rally car in the 80s and 90s. For the colour scheme of this car, we're going to be going with some red for the main colour, and then I'm going to be backing it with white because this colour combination came out really nice on my brother's Hyper VS buggy. And then if you want to get any of that stuff here for yourself, including the car, then if you have a look in the description, there'll be links to all of it. So guys, without further ado, let's get the car unboxed. So here we go guys, we've got everything out of the box. We get a body shell, obviously the car, some wheels, instructions, a wing and some other little mounting hardware. Alright guys, so what we can do now is get our electronics fitted. Gearing wise, just in case you're wondering, we're going to be starting off with a 24 tooth. If we need to gear up, then we can gear up, but if we need to gear down, then we can gear down. So as you saw guys, I used some Velcro to secure this thing down, but to make sure it doesn't fly out, I've got a couple of cable ties here. So fast forward time guys, and as you can see I've actually made quite a few modifications to the car. I'm really sorry that I hadn't filmed any of it, but I've basically spent the last 2 days adding, removing and even custom making my own parts in order to mount foam to the car. As you can see, lots of the work I've done is done customly, so lots of templates had to be made, lots of things didn't work out on the first try, so it would have been a very long process to watch, so I decided not to film it. So the reason why I went into the trouble of making all these custom parts and adding all this foam to pad out the body is because, especially with the more realistic looking car bodies, they're much bigger, they've got a much larger volume if you kind of know what I mean, and it just means that they're just so much more prone to getting absolutely trashed, and it can also rip off the body posts as well. So it's quite a lot of work to do all this, but it's definitely a necessity because these bodies are not cheap, so padding it out with all the foam is going to protect it so much and make it last so much longer. So if you have a little look at what I've done, starting at the front, I've removed most of the front bumper assembly because it was stopping the body from fitting down, but also now I'm able to fit this nice custom piece of foam that I've made here, because this will protect the nose of the body from front impacts, and it will also protect the body posts. Moving on to the middle, I've made some custom side guards here for both sides, because this is now the perfect surface for me to mount some foam blocks here to pad out the sides of the body. If you have a little look at what I've done here, I've drilled out these two holes here, as you can see, and then I've countersunk them so the screws fit nice and flush. And then these just screwed on perfectly, so they're lovely and secure, and they should make the perfect surface. Next, I've managed to bodge on here an armour crate and roll cage. This is no way a perfect fit. You can just about see there that I've kind of slotted the holes on the cover there, so it fits on nicely, but this now acts as a perfect place for me to mount a nice block of foam here so I can protect the roof from top impacts. And then moving on to the back, as you can see here, I've put a nice big block of foam on here to protect the rear body post, because where I had to extend them so that the body would fit down on it, it made them really flimsy, so they were broken off really easily. So this is now giving them some nice support, and it will also help protect the roof. And then finally, as you can see, I've made a custom little rear bumper or skid plate, you could call it. And what that's allowed me to do is mount a nice big block of foam here to protect the rear end. So as you can see, a lot of foam and work has gone into this car. But like I said before, it's an absolute necessity, and it's really going to help protect both the car and the body. In case you're wondering what foam I'm using, I'm actually using yoga blocks, which I got off of eBay. So I'll see if I can put a link to these down below. So I've still got to make some blocks that I'm going to stick down onto my side guards, but now what I'm doing, I'll be able to film that. But before we do that, we're going to have to install our receiver. And once we've done that, we can power this thing up and see if it works. Alright, so guys, we're all ready to power this thing up. We can run Forest LiPo on this power system. So I've gone for this Overlander 35C 5000 mAh Forest LiPo. And luckily for me, it fits absolutely perfect in the Hobeo tray. And it also comes with the Traxxas connector, so it will fit perfectly into my Traxxas ESC. Ideally, I did want to use the Traxxas Forest LiPo, but even this small one here is too big for the Hobeo tray. So our ESC is flashing, so it's going to need binding, but first things first, I'm going to get my servo horn on. Quick tip for your steering, guys: if you want to get equal travel in both directions, then try to put your servo horn on so it's perpendicular to this steering link here. Next, I'm going to try bind our ESC. Alright, so guys, I've managed to bind our ESC, so steering, good speed and good power, and then power. Oh my god, okay, that's a lot of power. So guys, off camera, I've just made these foam blocks here to fit on the side guards, and as you can see, I've added a little slant on either side so that way, when they're on, they fit flush with the body, and I'm going to be holding them down with a mixture of Gorilla Tape and Velcro. So there we go, guys. Both our foam blocks are mounted to the sides. Like I said, I've used a mixture of Velcro and Gorilla Tape, so these are now lovely and solid, and our body fits absolutely perfectly. So we've got protection on the front, protection on the roof, protection on the rear, and now protection on the side. So as you can see, a major success for all this foam. I'm over the moon with how it's turned out. It's been a lot of work, but now the body is fully protected. So next, we can get ready to paint it. So as you can see, I've already gone ahead and cut out and applied the window masks to the body. So next what I'm going to do is degrease it. So this is going to be my degreaser. It's Muck Off Bio Degreaser. It works really nicely on the body. So first, apply some kitchen roll, and then just wipe over the whole body shell. So next, I'm going to use Kevin's trick of going over the entire body with a scouring pad, because apparently what this is going to do is put some faint scratches in the plastic, which is going to help the paint to stick. So there we go, guys. The body is all ready, so we can paint it. So our main colour is going to be Core RC Fire Red. And first things first, we're just going to give it a quick dusting. And then now this is dry, we can go over and give it its final coats. Here's a quick tip for you. If you want to see where the paint's a little bit thinner, then you can, if you hold it up to the light, you can kind of see where it needs going over. So here we go, guys. That red is looking absolutely perfect. So we'll just let it finish drying and then we can apply our white. So this is the white I'm using, and I'm going to be using that as my backing colour because it's going to make the reds a lot shinier and a lot brighter. So the whites are dry and I've got some window tint here, so we're going to take off our window masks. So here we go, guys. That red paint looks absolutely amazing, and I'm really happy with how these windows have turned out because they're not completely blacked out. You can just about see through them, but it's going to stop us from seeing all the foam and padding on the inside. So next, we're going to get some stickers on it. So there we go, guys. That's all the stickers I'm going to be putting on. There aren't too many, as you can see. We've got quite a lot here, but I'm really happy with how it looks. If I want to put some more on, then we've got a few options. So next what I'm going to do is coat the entire body with some Gorilla Tape, because that's just going to help keep it looking nicer for a lot longer. So there we go, guys. As you can see, the entire body has been coated with Gorilla Tape. So just now, everything just feels and sounds just that extra bit solid. So now we can get it mounted to the car. So here it is, guys, the finished car, and oh my god, does this thing look good. I could not be happier with how this has come out. I think the tinting is absolutely perfect because you cannot see the foam in it anymore, and it doesn't completely black out the windows, but just look at that colour, guys. That is absolutely perfect. So there we go, guys. My 1/8 scale Lancia Delta Rally build is finally complete, and what a beast we have created. I'm just stunned by how this thing looks, and I cannot wait to get it out very soon. So I'd love to see how fast it's going to go, and I've got quite a few locations in mind of where I'd like to test it. So guys, we're going to have so much fun with this car. It's going to be insane. And very soon we've got the 2021 August Paddlesworth event coming up, so we're going to take it down with us as well and see how it compares to all the other rally cars. So if you want to watch that, make sure that you're subscribed and that you've got the notification bell pressed. But for now, that tops off for this video. I really do hope you did enjoy it. Make sure if you did, you leave a like and subscribe. If you haven't already subscribed, then make sure to do that. And also make sure that you press the notification bell so you don't miss any other cool action. So that's it from me. I hope you have a brilliant day or week ahead, and up to you all next time in the next video. Bye!